Okay, let's see, make sure this is, just get rid of this. Right, welcome to UPATE's Crossing. I'm Paula, by the way. You can see the price list there if you want to be donate or anything like that. So other than that, it's the free 2-card readings. So welcome. So just type in your question if you want to be added to the list. Thank you, Mary. That will be great. Welcome, Mary. So I'm just sort of getting myself organized still. I'm sort of just getting sorted. Hi, SD. Hi, Egyptian Famous. Okay, so we're starting with the list here. So the list is, so let's have a look. Free list, we have Mary, SD, oops, Egyptian Famous, and 3 Miami Marble, and Angel. Cool. Oh, thanks, Egyptian Famous. Okay, so just want Mary's question. Hi, Joan. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Mary. Yep. And then we've got Joan as well to add on Egyptian Famous. Oh, Joan, PayPal. Right. Okay, let's get started on that. Didn't even think about that yet. Okay, so let's have a look, Joan. Just takes a second to log into PayPal. It takes them a bit of a minute. So yes, Joan, I got your PayPal. So Joan's first with the VIP. Joan. So yeah. So I just need Joan's question. Move the keyboard. Right. While I wait for Joan's question, I'm just going to do Mary's as it's here. Did A Scorpio, she's stalking my social media account. Just do this quickly. Okay, so feels like something's being definitely held on. Definitely feels as though yeah, it does feel like there is a sense of stalking when you look at the 4 of discs and the 2 of discs. It does feel like they're trying to sort of overwhelm the situation. It does feel like there's a sense of juggling the situation. It does feel like there's a sense of holding on to the account. It does feel like there is a sense of stalking in some way. So yeah, Mary, it does feel like a Scorpio is stalking your media account or watching your media account. Definitely noticing what's going on in your thing. Right, Joan. How will my son's new plan or goal go? Okay, so when I look at the amount spent, okay. son's new plan or goal go? Just sort of, sorry, Joan, I'm just sort of feeling like I just need to light last of this incense here. Ooh, that's nice. This one here. Now I'm just hoping, because it's absolutely pouring outside. My awning broke, well, didn't break, but collapsed in the night, so I had to go outside in the rain and fix up my awning. For those that don't know, I'm actually living in I live in a caravan in a community, full-time, tiny living. So my awning collapsed on me in the night, so I had to go out and fix it up this morning in my dressing gown, totally soaked. Right, let's take a breather. I feel like I'm been rushing a little bit. Okay, will my son's new plan go? Yeah, oh no, all right. So I fixed it up. It's all right now, but oh my god, I flooded a little bit on my tarp. So I've got to fix it up hopefully when it dries out. Right. How will my son's new plan and goal go? How will my son's new plan and goal go? Right, let's have a look. Okay. 5 of discs. And 4 of swords. So it definitely feels as though there is this sense of coming out of the situation that's going on. Sorry, that's a bit, I might have to shut that. No, that's not it. That's not what's causing, oh, I know what it might be. Might be my center skylight. But I end up being in the dark, basically. Oops. No, that's not it either. Oh. No, that's not it. I'm trying to find out where that light's coming from. Oh, it might be my skylight that's above me. Just a little bit. Yep, got it. It's the above skylight. That's better. Right. So we've got the sense of, I feel like he's coming out of the cold, like he's been moving into something more. Now there's going to be time for him to pause and reflect, enabling him to sort of create foundations of the plans, make sure he's got feelings to the plans are stable in the in his goals and plans. I think that's really important for him here. Okay, again, we get the 5 of Cups coming through. So it's important for your son to make sure that he's focusing on what he can control. Yeah, he has to do a lot of planning. There's a lot of stuff about looking at what he can control and what he cannot control. There are some things that he cannot change, and there's some things that he can. So he needs to look at the things that he can do. That's going to be a really important thing, and not to stress too much about, don't get too emotional about the things that he can't. Don't get too frustrated about the things that he cannot control. Is super important. So here we've got the Page of Wands. So there's a lot of messages and stuff coming in. So he needs to sort of trust his I want to say his own spirituality, his own beliefs. He needs to sort of get a sense of getting the experience that he needs to. It's like he needs to sort of I'm getting a sense of asking for help when need to. He might have the motivation and the drive, but he may not have all the knowledge that he needs. So it looks like he needs to ask for help. He's taking, yeah. So I feel like he needs to ask for some help. He has the motivation and the drive and even the commitment, but he needs to ask for someone else's knowledge, somebody else's experience, which is super important. So we get a thing of not being too extreme in anything either. Be cautious. I get a sense of being cautious actually with this one here. Yes, he's going to ask for help. That's good. And so he needs to be quite cautious. Make sure he doesn't get too extreme. Like he doesn't try to rush through things. He doesn't create a sense of storm through it all, chaos. Okay, he needs to make sure that he stays calm and relaxed through it. A lot of breathing, a lot of reviewing what needs to be done, a lot of planning. Again, I get that strategy and planning thing going on here. So he needs to sort of bring in his emotions, make sure he doesn't get too emotional. Yeah, super important. You know, having a mentor is going to be really important for him too, and making sure that he's not feeling too over. He's not trying to do too much at once. He's not trying to get too chaotic either. Is going to be super important. Again, there's a lot of pausing. He's going to have moments of just taking this sense of pause, making sure he pauses, he reflects, he looks at what he's achieved. I want to do making small goals. Make sure his goals are quite small. Make sure his tasks, he makes lots of to-do lists, are going to be really important as well in this process. Making sure he has that process of just making sure that things are one step at a time, not trying, for him to slow down is really important. Okay, so that's going to be a really big thing for him. Okay, so let's have a look at the Shadows of Light card. Oh, here we go here. So Shadows of Light is all about love, and that's about self-love. Okay, taking time out for himself is going to be really, really important. Well, it's going to enable him to have that sense of healing within himself. So he needs to take he needs to take breaks for himself as well. Breaks are going to be really, really important. I just think a lot of self-love, taking breaks, taking time out for himself, taking the moment to pause, reflect. All those things are going to be an important part of the process, because it's really easy to burn out. And I know that from my own experience when I was working 7 days a week, basically 8-hour days, 7 days a week, full on, trying to run my own business. You burn out. Okay, so it's really important to take breaks, take time out for himself as well. It's going to be super important. So that's going to enable him to really get the best of where he wants to be. Okay, so that's really, really important there. Okay, so I hope that helps Joan really get him to spend some time, and I really feel he's going to be I feel like he's going to be led out of the poverty and into prosperity. I do feel like he's going to be led into new possibilities, but it does come down to a lot of planning, a lot of taking time out, looking at what he can and cannot control, because there's a lot of things that are going to frustrate him. Yeah, self-love, super important card. So this is a card that he could focus on. If you could, this would be a really good one for you just to take a photo of, to have a look at. Super helpful, cool. So that's a donated reading. So now don't forget, if you guys donate, please let me know so that we can sort through that. Okay, Egyptian Famous did do a list here. So we've got SD. Okay, I've done Mary's one, so SD is next. I sent a parcel to my ex. What's on his mind? Okay. What's on his mind about the parcel? What does he think about the parcel? By the way, I'm using the Mary L Tarot at the moment. So here we have the Four of Wands. Now I'm wondering if I turn this Doesn't make too much of a difference. Good. I just want to be able to read the cards. Four of Wands to me is about the sense of celebration. It just feels like a sense of an agreement, a contract. It does feel like there's a sense of a celebration. So it does feel as though like reaching towards the stars, reaching forward. It's definitely, so I talked about moving forward. We got the Chariot here. So it does feel like success. It does feel like, see, we get the congratulations and success. We get that sense of achievement going on here. So for her, I feel like he's feeling like it's successful, it's achievement, it's moving in the right direction. It feels like a very yeah, it just feels like a celebration. It feels like a a surprise, a sense of things are successful, victory, that sort of achievement. It just feels like there's that thought of yay, of excitement going on here. So when you think of triumph and that sense of stability and foundations and the desires and the sense of congratulations and contract, and it just feels like a success. So yeah, it feels very much like that. Like yeah, like it was a great surprise. It was awesome. Okay, so next on the list, Queen famous, right? Who's next? Egyptian famous, right? Egyptian famous, have you got your question? Hi, Susan. Hi, Tanmoy. Don't forget, if you guys want to donate. Okay, so here's your readings. So welcome to those that have arrived. JJ, I see you there. Hi, how are you? Susan and Tamoy. So I'm just waiting to see what questions are coming up. Let me know if you guys donate so that you can be added to the VIP list. You're welcome, SD. So I'm just waiting for Egyptian famous. Oh, the rubbish truck's just come. Pick up the rubbish. Thanks, Joan. Appreciate that feedback. Appreciate that indeed. So I'm just waiting to see who's. Oh, thanks, Joan. Really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. So this is the decks that I'm using today for the readings. Basically is the Mary L Tarot, and if you're doing the donation, you also get the Shadows of Light Oracle. Now, Shadows of Light has actually been, the Kickstarter started for the second edition. There are some changes. Of course, she's used different coloured, instead of the white, it's a dark one, which I wish I'd had more cards. And oh, it's a beautiful deck to work with, absolutely gorgeous. So definitely recommend, if you're into Kickstarters for decks, this one is definitely recommended. Just to show you some of the images. So I'm just waiting to see what questions are coming up, so you know you're on the list. So I'm not quite sure. So my list at the moment will be, should be Egyptian famous. I know everything's a bit delayed. Egyptian famous. I'm just trying to see. Barbie, whoops. Angel. So, whoops. Angel. Jade. Yeah. Yeah. Susan. And Tan Maureen. That's right. 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 So if we can have some questions, please, that would be really good. So I'd love some questions. I don't know quite what's going on here. I don't know if the weather's affecting it. But definitely feels as though we are a little bit behind. So in the meantime, let's look at the herbal, at the divine tea time, the herbal tea. Let's see what herbal tea we're going to look at today. I really should have grabbed my glasses. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. Just everyone in chat. Just if you type in your questions, please. Everybody in chat, just type in your questions and I'll just do whoever's question comes up. This is your tea for today. Pepper tea. Yeah, we'll just type in your question. Okay, how does my ex and will I get maple here in my yard on the, okay, cool. Thank you for your questions. Right, let's start with here. Okay, so you're here. Will I get maple tree in my yard on the 20th of this month? Oh, a maple tree. Will you get a maple tree? Hi, Denise. Yep, certainly added. Okay, I'm just going to go and do this. Oops. Okay, well, I get maple tree. It's great, thanks, Denise. Will I get maple tree in my yard? Yeah, definitely feel it. I've got the tree coming in here straight away. It just sort of like, yep, literally. It's definitely about going full. Definitely feels like it's a dream. It's a possibility. It's important for you to sort of take a practical approach to this emotionally. But I definitely feel as though you'll get your maple tree in the yard on the 20th of this month. Definitely feels as though a tree is coming. So that's a possibility. Angel. Okay. Just doing something here. Okay, let's have a look. Sorry guys, I just want to do something here. And I know I'm just going to stop talking for a second. Just want to check something. Oh yeah, I did. That's cool. Just wanted to check something, so that's done. Cool. Yeah, the tree is quite cool. Right, how does my ex feel about me? Let's have a look. Okay, interesting card. Queen of Discs. Okay, get the sense of you know, I feel quite sad when I look at this. I feel very I know I see Queen of Discs normally as sort of like business, quite straight on, but I'm actually getting a sense of sadness going on here. I get a sense. Okay, I definitely feel as though there's a disruption too. I'm actually getting a sense of sadness, as though life's a bit wobbly and a bit shaky. So that's how I'm feeling. AX, or yeah, your XA feels about you, is I do get a sense of sadness. I do get a feel of a bit of a disruption in the situation in their life. So I do feel as though there is a sense of I'm getting a sort of a bit of a shaky, wobbly type feeling, energy about it. It does feel quite, it's interesting that I sort of got the sadness feeling and then I got the tower coming straight after it. So I do get that sense of things being a bit wobbly, a bit shaky for them at this moment, in regards to you. So, yeah. Okay, so that's how things are. There does seem to be a lot of sadness and stuff going on. It does feel like things are a bit wobbly, a bit crazy. So, questions. I'm just going through here. Will it annoy Chris if I text him right now? Oh, interesting question. Okay, will it annoy Chris if I text him right now? Whoa. 2 cards flew out. First card we have here is the moon. And the moon is talking about cycles, phases of cycles, but it can also talk about emotions, your tides, a bit up and down. Not quite sure. I feel like his reaction could be unexpected. I'm getting like an unexpected reaction from it. Oh, Egyptian famous, you're working too. Hi, Amanda. Okay, that's cool. So Susan, I do feel as though his emotion's going to be a little bit unexpected, but it is going to create a sense of energy, vibration. So it's a sense, I want to get a sense of, like his emotions are a bit up and down. He's a bit like a tide, a bit unsure about his thing. It does seems to be the sense of energy coming through, though. It does bring in a new sense of desires and possibilities. So I do feel as though the text may first annoy him, but I think it's going to be a bit of a breakthrough with it. So totally up to you what you choose to do with it right at this time. But I do feel like a text will annoy him right now, but it will bring new possibilities, new energy to it. I do feel like it's going to reveal, I want to say it will reveal things. It'll open things up a bit to new possibilities. I'm getting a sense of the new desires, new passions, new creative energy. So I will feel as though it might annoy him initially when he has time to sort of breathe. As long as you don't overdo it, as long as you don't overdo the text, I do feel as though it'll be a breakthrough. It will open things up to new possibilities. Yeah, Susan, definitely feel that change. Okay, so next, yeah. Who is coming towards me in love? Oh, so you're looking at the past person or the new person. Okay, so what I'll do is just a card for each. So let's have a look at the past person. So let's have a look at the past. Oh, there's a shift. Definitely feels like it's an ending. The past is the ending. Okay, the new person coming in. Oh, interesting. It could be an addiction, a repeated pattern, and it's interesting that both of these cards are very purple, so it feels a very spirit. Both of these people are quite spiritual in their energy, but you get the past person as a shift, so you're shifting into, maybe it's an end or a beginning of something new with the past person. And if you get the new person coming in, it could be an addiction, it could be a lust, can be a very sorts of a repeated pattern, can be a change, someone who chains you to a situation. I'm getting it's not a very positive energy here. Okay. Okay, so it does feel as though there is a sense of I definitely feel like it could be the past person you could be moving into. You're leaving behind the old and moving into the new person, into the old person, back into the last. I want to say a reconciliation in a way, because I feel like if you go for the new person, it could be a bit of an addiction. No, haven't done JJ yet. So I definitely feel as though, I think it's the past. I feel like the past person. I mean, you could do the new person, but it could be something that could chain you to the past. So you really got to make a major decision for yourself, really. It's whether you want to go for the new, and I do feel like you don't want to go to the old person, the past person, because I feel like the past person is going to give you it's a shift, it's a movement forward. So I do feel like it could be this way. If you go to the new person, I do feel like it's going to be an addiction, could be someone who definitely feels like a sense of repeated patterns, like you're going to repeat the old stuff that's not good for you. Up to you, though, what you do with it. Totally up to you what you do with it. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a re-look at... Sorry, Joan. I have confused you a little bit there with not going into the list. So let's have a look from the past list. that we did. Okay, the last list that we did here, we did Mary, Esty, Egyptian, and Angel, right? They were all done. And let's see if from my last list here, I did Susan, and I did Tanmoy. So I've still got to do, okay, so here we go. Should be JJ, Grace, Amanda, and Benny. Yep, that sounds about right. And I've missed, if we've missed anybody, yeah, JJ, Grace, Amanda, and Benny. That's all right. That's all right, no big deal. We'll just do just whatever. If JJ posts, I don't know. I haven't seen JJ's question yet. She just asked if they could be added to the list. Oh, Grace, JJ. Okay, Grace, what was your question? I did see it here. Right, cool. It's Grace and then JJ. So it's all right. Waiting for JJ's question. Can you tell me, is Paul done with me for good? Yeah, I'm just waiting for JJ's question, but in the meantime, we'll just do this. Is Paul done with me for good? It's interesting. 2 cards being pulled out again. Okay, it does feel as though we're looking at this here, and I'm getting a sense of being led away. Okay, I do feel like it's being pulled, being led away from you. So definitely feels like it's left you. And so it's time for you to really do some reflection, do some isolation, do some sense of review or reflection about where you actually want to go. I do feel like you need to remove the clouds, remove the confusion that's coming at that's coming in at the moment. I do feel like you're quite confused. You're quite foggy. I do feel as though there is a sense of Grace. I do feel you're feeling very foggy, very cluttered. I want to say that things could open up for you into new possibilities. I want to remove the cloud and everything that's going on for you as well. So at the moment, I feel like Paul's walking away from you and you're very confused and everything that's going on. And it's just got to remove those clouds. You've got to get some clarity in it, build some foundations or some stability of the mind. I do feel like you need to sort of stable your mind, a sense of looking at what's important to you. I do feel like you need to take some time out for you as well. Taking some time out for you is going to be really important, Grace. Okay? I think that's really important for you. I think you need to take some time out for you, Grace. Take some time out and review things that are going on for you. Okay, so I haven't had JJ's message yet. Amanda, Benny. Okay, so here we go. You're welcome, Grace. I'm just waiting for JJ's message. I don't know what JJ's message is. Grace, Amanda. So Amanda, so we've done Grace. So Amanda, Benny, and Smritikana. Okay, you're welcome. Welcome. So I'm just waiting for some questions here. So I'm just waiting. I just try not to get things too long in the tooth, you know, while we wait. Hi, Escape. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Blue Rose. Right, so I'm waiting for Amanda's reading. Amanda hasn't come up, so I can do Benny. Oh, Amanda, yeah, just need your question. Let's do Benny's. Will Libra contact me this month? Thanks. I'm just trying to keep things moving. Otherwise, it takes so long between things. Oh, Libra contact me. I feel like restrictions and change and things going on. And it's about... I actually got the words untrustworthy. So I'm getting a sense of... It feels like you're waiting. And it feels like you've got to look beyond the illusion. You do feel like you... it's not really trustworthy. So I'm getting a sense of a no. He's not going, Libra's not going to contact you this month. Does feel like there's a sense of things have changed. There is a restriction. Something's restricting them. Feels like something's restricting them. Something's keeping them thing. But I also get a sense of you're being held to this. So you're waiting for things to happen. And it's about looking beyond the illusion of what's actually going on. So I'm getting a sense of no. They may not contact you at the moment. I'm getting a sense of no. They may not contact you at the moment. Oh, elbow just clicked on me. Oh, locked. Okay, Amanda. So I just need Amanda's question. Hi, Effie. So I'm just waiting for him. Oh, here we go. Amanda. Cool. What is Mo up to? Is she true to my family? Well, sorry, I just dropped half the cards here. Right. Here we have a sense of, I actually got the Tower reversed, which I don't normally do reversals, but I'm getting a sense of something's blocking you definitely from ending. It feels like something's blocking you to rebuild. You're unable to rebuild your, rebuild the family, rebuild things, or Mo's unable to rebuild. I'm getting a sense of things ending, or things are being, no, yeah, I'm definitely getting a sense of things are unable to be rebuilt. It's definitely a delay or a block in rebuilding the family, or rebuilding the trust to the family even. Feels like something's ending. I definitely feel as though, Amanda, something is ending to the situation. So something is, it does bring in new opportunities to it. Oh, okay. So maybe things are not as doom as gloom as you think. Okay, maybe things are not as doom as gloom as you think. Things are not as bad as you think. It could be a sense of cutting away, releasing that sense of whatever it was that was going on. Oh, your dad passed away last June. Okay. Okay. So I definitely feel as though something's ended and got new opportunities coming anyway. So I definitely feel as well things are going to change. Things could change in the situation. So there's definitely a sense of delay to it, but things will change. Basically, end of 10 of Swords is things being final, new opportunities happening. So even though there's a delay to rebuilding what's going on, okay. Okay. Definitely feel like things will change. Right, JJ. Well, hopefully that gives you some help into something to sort of think about. Don't forget. Oh, Effie. Hope you're feeling better, definitely. Right, JJ, when I will recover from heartbreak. Or what will happen next? Or how do you recover from heartbreak? Okay, Four of Cups. Okay, Four of Cups to me is that sense of being sad, being a little bit turmoil in your emotions. Definitely feels as though things are quite chaotic in your emotions. Definitely feels heartbreakish. Definitely feels sorrow, sadness, all those things, boredom, dissatisfied with life, all those things. But it feels like, will you see the opportunities that arise? Will you see what you're being offered? Can you see all the small things that are happening in life? If you like. And being able to choose your paths wisely. Okay, you got a chance to feed the wolf. Okay, you can feed that hunger that lies within you, or that need for nurturing, and you can either focus on the all the things that you don't have, or focus on what you do have. So now it's about focusing on what you do have in life. It's not about relationships with everybody else. It's about the relationship you have with yourself. Okay, so you look at the things that you need to be able to have that sense of where you're going. Okay, so that's really important to look at where you're going next. What do you want to bring into your life? Okay, free list. Here we go. Oh, I'm using the Muriel Effie. If you've seen Wynonna Earp, you will have seen the Muriel in that TV series. Right, this is a free list. Oops, that's what I thought I'd done. Oh. Everything's a bit slow today. Okay. God, what's going on today? Can I be an income tax officer? Okay. This is the first edition, Effie. There is a second edition available, but the images are slightly different. I like the first edition. I didn't bother getting the second edition. Can I be an income tax officer? Cool. Yes. Wealth, money, finances. Definitely feels yes. It's all about having faith, having a sense of I want to say just having a faith of spirituality, trusting in yourself, being the way that you react to the situation. I definitely feel as though yes, you can become a tax officer, but it's all about what you choose to do, what lessons you need to learn, what you need to study. Have you got the qualifications? All those things are really, really important to it as well. Can you become a tax officer? Yes, but it's all about what you can study and what you can do. Okay, Blue Rose. Oh, please post your questions, which you've done. Cool. Brilliant. Makes it a bit easier. Will the person on my mind be back anytime soon? So you're talking about a reconciliation. So you're talking about a reconciliation? A reconciliation. Is there a reconciliation? Or it's a very long journey, a very slow journey. It's not a journey that's going to be hurried. Definitely feels very long. It's definitely a movement into smoother waters. So it does say that the person is coming back, but it is going to be a very long time. Not a quick question. It's not going to be a quick journey. It's going to be very long, very slow. Definitely feels like there's a lot of movement going on here. does feel like there's going into smoother waters. It does feel like the person will come back, but it's going to be a very long journey ahead. Right, escape is next. So don't forget, if you donate, please let us know so you can skip the line. How does S Aquarius feel about me? Abundance. So it feels like you're very mothering, very caring, sense of abundance and prosperity coming into the play. Feels like there's a lot of that sort of real positive. We've got this connection, so it does feel like there is a connection. Definitely feels like there's a connection with you. Definitely feels as though there is a sense of healing. I do feel like with the red coming up, it's interesting how the card combinations are coming in with the colors and things as well. So you've got this sort of greeny background, which seems quite popular in these, which is quite stand out in these two cards. So there is that sense of healing. You've got a bit of blue coming in, so there is that expression. You've got the red, so I do feel like there's some passion coming in. So it does feel as though there is a lot of, oh, you're welcome, Blue Rose. Okay, escape. It does feel as though there is a lot of passion and creativity, a lot of desire in this energy as well, which is very healing in many ways. It does feel as though there's a lot of abundance. There's definitely a connection, a new relationship feeling about you. So yeah, I do feel like it's a very positive energy, a very sort of caring and kind energy about you as well. So yeah, escape. It does feel as though there is a real positive energy about how they feel about you. Feels very abundant. Sorry, with the weather, with the rain and everything, my left, usually it's my right side, but today it's my left for some reason. It's really achy. Right, okay. So next we have posted above. Oh, thank you. May I be added? Oh, post. No question. So Obsidian needs to post. Oh, here we go. Cool, found it. Thank you. What is B's current thoughts towards me? Oh, Linda. Welcome, Linda. Right. What's B's current thoughts towards you? No. Still got about 10 minutes. What is B's current thoughts towards me? Oh, Page of Cups is quite emotional. Feels like a lot of emotions being thrown in here. Does feel quite emotional. And then you've got the sense of passion. So it is quite, it feels very intense with the Page of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I'm feeling a very intense energy coming up. Okay, I am feeling a very intense energy. Yeah, Egyptian famous, type in your question. So, Shladen, it does feel as though there is a sense of a lot of intensity. Linda, it does feel like there's a lot of intense energy, lots of intense emotion, very desirable. It does feel very desirable and attractive energy. It does feel very energetic. So yeah, quite very passionate, very creative energy. Yeah, well, I mean, just because this is how he feels towards you doesn't mean you have to go back. Okay? You know, he may think of you as being very sexual energy. There is that sense of like there was emotions going on, but it doesn't mean you just because this is how he feels about you, just because B feels this way towards you, doesn't mean you have to go back. Okay, this is just because this is how he feels, doesn't mean you have to repeat this pattern and go back to it. Okay, Linda, it doesn't mean you have to go back to this energy. Just because this is how they feel, this is their energy, doesn't mean you have to be affected by it. I mean, you can move on and move forward. If you were hurt, you may not want to go back to this passion, this, you know, this sort of sexual energy. May have thought of you as being very, very, very sexual energy. You may not need to go back to that energy. It may not be good for you. Just because this is the way they feel about you doesn't mean it's good for you. Okay, so you may need to look at what you need to do for yourself. You know, how do you take care of yourself? Okay, Egyptian famous. What do you need to know with your finances? With your finances, let's have a look. You're welcome, Linda. Okay, Egyptian famous. What do you need to know about your finances? Okay, Queen famous. With this, I'm just getting that you're missing the bigger picture with your finances. I feel like you need to look at creating some stability within your emotions. Okay, does feel like you need to sort of look at some choices you need to make. And now when talking, I know we've got the lovers here and it's not necessarily about a relation, but it's your relationship with money. Okay, I'm looking at your relationship with money. Okay, so we've got that because your question is about your finances, right? This is not about a relationship in such as an intimate with another person. This is about your relationship with money. Okay, so Egyptian famous, what is your relationship with money? Are you missing the bigger picture? So in other words, I'm sort of getting a sense of, are you putting aside money for a little bit each week? Are you getting or do you spend all your money in one go? It's how do you see money? What do you think of, you know, what do you find yourself doing with your money? Are you spending it all at once, or are you able to budget? It's like you need to look at your relationship with money. Okay, I think that's really important, is looking at your relationship with money. Are you missing? So how can you budget? How can you? It's like you need to look at your other aspects that you're paying, your rent or everything else that you're paying at the moment. What can you do to earn a little bit more money? So there must be something that you can do to be able, what choices do you have with this relationship with money? What things can you look at in another level? So I do feel like there's more to the picture. You need to look at all your income and what are you spending? What's your income and what are you spending? Everything. Okay, you need to look at what's actually coming in. What can you do, Egyptian famous, to earn those few extra dollars? Like for me, I do my readings. That's my few extra dollars, allows me to sort of be able to live a little bit more, being able to do a little bit more with what I need with my money. Because if I had just my income that I get, I wouldn't have enough to cover all the extras. So you need to look at your relationship with money, what you need to do to see the bigger picture. What else can you do? You need to look at your income and look at your outcome. Okay, free list. Last few people, last 3 people, that's it. Finished. List closed. So ending soon. And these are the last 3. Last 4. Last 4, sorry. Last 4. You're welcome. So Sim, oh, thanks, Joan. That's a big help. Is Aries going to leave you alone? Is Aries going to leave Sim alone? I'm getting a sense of them smothering you. I just got the word smothering. I know the Empress has lots of other layers to it, but I got the word smothering. Okay, and I do feel like they're trying to be in control. So not unless you create some boundaries. I feel like you need to start taking control. You need to cut away. You need to, I've got the sword standing out here. So I'm getting the sense of needing to use the sword to cut away. So Sim, I do feel like you need to sort of cut away. You need to start taking control, because I feel like they're smothering you. They're trying to be, Aries is trying to be in control of the situation. So I feel like you need to create your boundaries. You need to rule your life. You need to be in charge. I feel like you need to take control, because I feel like they're trying to take control. I feel a bit of a battle going on here with the Empress and the Emperor. I am feeling a bit of a battle going on here. So I do feel as though you need to, I'm actually getting the sense of turning your back. Okay, so I do feel like you need to sort of start taking control. You need to cut away the possibility. Just turn your back on them. If you want them to leave you alone, I feel like you need to sort of start taking control of that. Create the boundaries and things you need to do. Okay, so is my ex happier without me? Okay, let's have a look. Sometimes your ex is better to stay an ex, is what I've just got, without even doing this. So let's have a look. Yep, they've moved on. They've definitely moved on to smoother waters. Definitely feel it's about you learning your new lessons. It's like your ex is your ex for a reason, and you need to look at that. Yeah, I think it's time for you to, I feel like you need to look at the lessons that you're learning, and you need to look, what lessons have you actually learned from this, and it's about you moving into new possibilities. I think there's new things for you to discover. I do feel as though there's new things for you to discover. They have moved on, and it's time for you to, I know it's not what you want to hear, but I do feel as though it's time for you to move into new possibilities. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect who you are at this time. I feel like you need to take care of your needs. Your needs need to be taken care of, not worrying too much about what your ex is doing. It's time for you to start moving forward on your own journey here. Definitely feel like it's you moving forward. They've moved on with their life. It's your ex. You haven't spoken for a month. It's time for you to start taking care of your needs, protecting yourself, growing into new possibilities as well. Definitely feel as though there's a growth for you into new possibilities. I do feel as though it's time for you to start taking care of you. Okay, I know it's not what you most probably wanted to hear, but I do feel it's time for you to move into a new direction here. Okay. So how are we doing? Okay, we just got the last 2 to do. Will C contact me? Okay, I know things have shifted. Things have changed in the situation. So what have I got here? I got the sense of okay, I do feel like you're waiting unconditionally. There is a sense of waiting. You're waiting to receive something is definitely waiting to receive. And then you've got the Seven of Wands, and it does feel like there's, I want to say, a battle, conflict. You know, you're waiting, and I think you'll be waiting for a long time. So no, I don't feel as though C will contact you. I do feel as though with this, I do get the sense of that you're waiting to, you know, you're giving a lot of yourself away in this process. I do feel like you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm getting a sense of that you'll be waiting for a long time for this process, because I feel like there's going to be some real battles. It's like you're trying to stand up for yourself in some way. So I do feel as though C will not contact you for some time, if they do contact you. And I just feel like you're giving away a lot of yourself at this time. So I just think you need to get on with your life. Get on with who you are. What's Libra's current feelings and intentions towards you? What's your Libra's? Okay, last reading. Last free reading. Definitely feel as though this is the last one. Oh, I'm just not getting that there will be any contact. Yeah, I'm just not sure. This feels like you'll be waiting a long time. It doesn't feel... Oh. What's Libra's current feelings and intentions towards you? The potential's there. Definitely feels as though there's a potential. Very intense. It feels like there's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of desires. Definitely feels like there's movement forward on the relationship. It does feel like there's a lot of wanting movement. It does feel like there's a potential. The Ace of Disc tells us that there's a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities with it. And it does feel as though there is a lot of intensity to the situation. Okay, it does feel as though there is a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of desire, a lot of potential to where they want to be with you. So it does feel as though his intentions and his feelings for you are that he wants things to actually happen, and there is that sense of moving forward in the relationship. Maybe towards something that's full of passion, full of creativity. So the potential's there. What you do with it is totally up to you, of course, or with what's going on, remembering that there's that other person involved. So even though there is their feelings and intentions towards you, who knows what will actually happen. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for being with me. Thank you, Joan, for doing all that. Thank you, Egyptian Famous. I know you're being in and out. So that's it from me. Don't forget, that there is, sorry, I should have just done this. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Don't forget. Sorry, I should have done. Oh, shit. Oh. Right. Okay, got to go, guys. Talk to you later. Bye. Didn't mean to swear.